Hey, it's Dave Nimick with Keller Williams, coming to you with the August 2021 market report for Chicago and the North Shore suburbs. This year has continued overall to be a very, very strong one, but some of the numbers are changing a little bit, so it's definitely worth digging into in more detail. So stay tuned as I run through the city and many of its neighborhoods, as well as the North Shore communities. Thanks. So the city of Chicago has done well with single-family homes, certainly thus far this year. Now, for July versus last July, the numbers have started to tweak a little bit, with supply levels going up versus last July and demand, number of homes selling, down about 4%. Now, the prices are up and market time is down. So all in all, that's both for the year and for July versus last July. Condos, the year has been a little bit up and down year to date for condos. However, July saw pretty much all positives come through versus last July. So that is a positive for the condo market in Chicago as a whole. The Lakeview neighborhood has had kind of a bumpy year. Not great, not horrible, but about average. I mean, prices for single family homes were down, actually have been down both year to date and for July. Some of the numbers that are a little more positive for July specifically were supply is down and demand was up in number of sales, so that's a plus. Market time is also higher, though. In the condo market, the prices actually, both year to date and for July versus last July, are down, unfortunately. Year to date, a little shy of 1%, so it's about break even. But the rest of the numbers for July were positive, except for, unfortunately, the most important one, which is prices. So Lakeview's just kind of been middle of the road so far. Lincoln Park has had a very, very good year so far, and even for the month of July, actually, all the numbers are looking pretty positive. Supply, the one negative has been supply has been up year to date versus last year for single family homes, but overall demand has more than doubled, both for year to date and over July. Prices are up more than 20%, which is phenomenal. Market time is down, so across the board, very, very good. Condos, not to the same levels, but also very positive. All the numbers for July, with the exception of market time, were better than last July. Market time is up about 16%, but all in all, it's been both in July and year to date. Lincoln Park has really been enjoying a great year. MLS Area 8022, which is the Bucktown, Logan Square neighborhoods and surrounding area, has had a solid year so far, both year to date and in July for single family homes. Following the same path, supply has been up, but other than that, everything else has been positive. Demand has been up, prices are up, market time is down. So very, very good there. And for condos, July saw a dip in demand, but year to date that's been positive. Overall, the prices also have been up for condos, and market time has been down. So generally pretty positive, both for July versus last year for condos and single-family homes in the Bucktown, Logan Square areas. MLS Area 8024, which is the most convoluted of all of the MLS areas in Chicago. It includes Noble Square, Ukrainian Village, Wicker Park, Westtown, all those different neighborhoods. For single-family homes, actually, it's been pretty much all positive, both year to date and for July itself. July saw positivity across the board in all areas. Supply, demand, prices, everything was positive. Year to date, supply has been up a little bit. That's still not terribly negative. So all in all, great news for those areas for single family homes. Condos, especially in July, all the numbers were positive as well. Year to date, though, condo prices are down about 1%, and the overall supply level is up. So single family homes are doing better in this area. Condos are pretty much flat for kind of this sliver of the Chicago market. Area 8028, which encompasses the West Loop, University Village, and Little Italy areas, has had a bit of a mixed bag so far this year, with supply being up as well as market time being up. However, the two arguably most important things, demand is up 78% for condos, which is outstanding, and prices are up between 7 and 8%. The July numbers versus last July are also very similar. So all in all, up and down a little bit for this area, but for the most part, I'd say it's positive. Area 8005, which includes Roscoe Village, St. Ben's, North Center, has, for the most part, been very positive year to date, especially for single-family homes. Now, this past month, for July, the demand and the prices were both down a little bit, so that was a little surprising. But again, year to date was good. Condos have also had a very positive year, pretty much across the board. However, demand was also down. So the demand is seeing a decrease, at least for the most recent month in this area. All in all, still, though, a very positive year. Lincoln Square single-family homes have been enjoying a very positive year so far, with all the metrics I look at being positive. Supply levels have been up a little bit versus last year. However, demand is up, prices are up, market time is down. All that is great. And even the numbers for July versus last July single-family homes have pretty much been all positive. Demand, there's been the same number of sales versus last July, but other than that, prices have been up. Everything else is good. Condos, not as much, I would say, where the condo prices are actually down year to date versus last year. And then in July, they were pretty much flat as well. So condos have been kind of like breaking even, and year to date actually down a little bit. But single family homes in Lincoln Square have been doing much better. Area 8008, which includes Gold Coast, Old Town, Streeterville, River North areas, has been having a tough year, admittedly, year to date, with supply levels up, prices down, market time up. So a lot of the metrics I look at have not been great year to date. However, in kind of swimming against the stream versus most of the other areas I look at, the July numbers were positive. So supply was down, demand was up, and prices were up versus last July for condos in these areas. So all in all, July was a very positive month and a shining star versus the year to date, which hasn't been quite as good. Winnetka's numbers, both year to date and for July, are pretty stellar. So all of them across the board in all categories: supply down, demand up, prices definitely up. Year to date, over 19%. Market time is down dramatically, so that is very positive. A lot of July's numbers are based on sales that went under contract in May and early June, when the market was still scorching. The market has returned back to earth a little bit, but thus far through July, numbers are great. Wilmette has really had a great year so far. And July numbers are also fantastic. So supply has been down, demand year to date is up over 50%, prices are up uh, above 10%, and for July versus last July, over 20%. Market time is down. All the numbers are great. Do bear in mind the July numbers specifically are based on transactions that went under contract generally in May and early June when the market was still scorching. So the market is returning to earth a little bit, but all in all, through July, numbers have been great. Evanston single-family home numbers year to date are still maintaining very positive numbers throughout all the metrics. Supply and demand prices are up over 20%. Market time is down by more than half, which is great. July numbers, we saw demand versus last July down more than 8%. Other than that, the numbers were remaining pretty positive. For condos, actually prices July over last July are down over 15%, but they still remain year to date. They are up. So it's a little bit more up and down for the condo market, but both condos and single family homes overall for the year thus far are enjoying a positive year. Glenview single-family homes are pretty much coming up aces so far this year. All the metrics have been positive. Demand has been up substantially. Supply has been flat compared to last year, but prices are up over 15%. Market time is down about half. And actually, July numbers specifically are all very positive when being compared to last July as well. So do bear in mind that the closings in July generally were contracts that came together in late May and early June when the market was scorching. So the market is returning to earth a bit, but all in all, thus far through July, it's been a very positive for Glenview. Northbrook real estate for single family homes has been very, very positive thus far year to date, and July numbers are mirroring that as well. Prices are up, demand is up over 65% more sales thus far year to date through July than last year, which is awesome. Market time is down, and prices are up over 13%. So both just for July versus last July and year to date, the numbers are positive. Do bear in mind that a lot of the closings that took place in July were contracts that came together in late May and early June when the market was scorching. It is falling back to earth a bit, but nonetheless, it has been very positive through July for Northbrook. Highland Park has been coming up sevens throughout this entire year. It's really been having an excellent year. Supply has been down, and this is true both year to date and for July. All the numbers are good. Demand year to date is up over 28%. Prices are up over 21%. Awesome. And market time is down over 60%. So everything is really looking good. The July numbers are kind of mirroring the numbers that they've seen year to date. Do bear in mind that the deals that closed in July were generally ones that went under contract in late May and early June when the market was still scorching. So the market is coming back to earth a bit, but all in all, the numbers for July in Highland Park through July were great. Glencoe single-family homes have been having somewhat of a mixed bag this year, where actually a lot of the metrics have been positive. The one that has kind of been flat has been arguably the most important one, which is price, down about 1%. That's year to date. For July specifically, demand actually has been down, but prices have been up over 8%, so that's a positive. even though there's been less sales since last July. Now, get this, the market time, which is normally a bit of an albatross for Glencoe that often suffers from long market time, is down 86%. So it took homes 1/7 the normal time it does to sell. So that's a positive. Now, bear in mind that the homes that did sell and close in July likely went under contract in late May and early June. The market has since come down to earth a bit, but those are the numbers thus far for Glencoe. Deerfield single-family homes thus far have been having a very good year through July. There has been a higher supply of homes. However, demand is up over 50% thus far year to date, which is great. Prices are up more than 12%. Market time is down by more than a third. So a lot of the numbers are really very positive. Now, specifically for July, actually, the supply was up more than a third higher than last July, and prices were actually down a little bit versus last July. So a little bit up and down for just the month of July versus last year, but the year thus far has been pretty good. So that's the numbers as we're looking at for Deerfield. Northfield has continued its very positive ways in real estate thus far this year. Supply has been down, demand up over 50%, prices are up around 20%, and market time has been down. So both the year-to-date and the July numbers pretty much mirrored the numbers that we've seen year-to-date. So it's been very positive. Now, one thing to bear in mind is that the July sales were ones that mostly went under contract in late May and early June when the market was scorching. It has been returning to earth a bit, but nonetheless, those are the numbers thus far for Northfield. So that puts a wrap on the market report for August 2021. If I can help you in any way, or if you do have any questions about what I talked about here, please feel free to email me at dave@thenimicteam.com. Thanks.